Hello, I'm Jade. What we're talking about today is suggestions, giving advice to people. And we have one question to work with, which is, what should I do when visiting London? Well, I am a Londoner. I can give you some advice about that. So we'll look at the grammar structures you can use for giving advice, and a little bit later some phrases you can use if you need to give somebody advice. So the first way to do it, you should go on the London Eye. And in this grammar structure, what we're using is should plus bare infinitive. Should, bare infinitive. And then you can just finish the sentence. Here's another option. You should walk along the river. Well, you can do that anywhere, not specifically London. Let's take a look now at the second way to give suggestions. How about? You can start a sentence with how about. How about going for a stroll? A stroll is a very slow, relaxed kind of walk. Actually, I do really like walking around places, the countryside and the city, so I would recommend that. When we're using how about, the grammar is different. We use verb plus ing, and the other word for that is the gerund form. How about verb plus ing. So how about going for a stroll, or how about watching a musical? A lot of people do that when they come to London. They go to the theatre and watch a show. Suggestion number 3 for grammar. Why don't you? Why don't you? We use a negative to stress the great suggestion that we're making. Why don't you go to Madame Tussauds, a very popular tourist destination in London that personally I just don't get. Why would you pay to go and look at waxwork models of random famous people from anywhere in the world that don't have anything to do with London? Sorry if you like that. I just personally don't get it. Why don't you go to? If we're using why don't you, we have the subject, why don't you? So it might be why doesn't he, or why don't they? And then bare infinitive. Why doesn't he go to Madame Tussauds, for example? You could say that. And the fourth structure for making a suggestion is the second conditional. And we'd usually use this phrase. If I were you, I'm imagining me being you visiting London. If I were you, I would have tea at the Ritz. The Ritz is a famous hotel in London. You can go for afternoon tea, you can have champagne and scones or scones, and you can have a lovely time at the Ritz. So how do we make the second conditional? We have the past simple, but you can just learn this phrase, if I were you, followed by would and bare infinitive. Would, bare infinitive there. And there are 4 different ways to make suggestions in grammar. When we come back, I've got some phrases for you. You can also use those phrases to make suggestions. It's time to look at the phrases for making suggestions. So here's the question. What should we do tonight? You might say, if someone's making a suggestion, most of the time people don't just suddenly jump in with their desire, the thing that they really want to do. It might be quite indirect. So, and sometimes people say something like this, I'm easy, it means you decide, I'd rather you decide. Or it's up to you, it's the same, means, okay, I want to do something, but you can decide for me. Or even if they don't mean that, they might say that first of all and let the discussion about what to do happen a little bit more. Next phrase. Would you mind if we stay home? It's being a little bit boring or tired or not feeling well. You don't want to do anything. Would you mind? It's like, I know you want to do something, but would you mind if tonight we don't do anything? Next one. Would you mind having a night in? When we're not using if, then we need to use the gerund after mind. Would you mind? Would you mind having a night in? A night in is opposite to a night out. For a night out, you go to a club or out for dinner, or you go and play chess, whatever you do. So a night in, you probably stay home, watch TV, watch a film, maybe have a bottle of wine or something. I don't know what you do, but that's a night in. Next phrase, I wouldn't mind going to the pub. Although it's a negative, what this means is, it's quite indirect. It actually means I want to go to the pub, but we use I wouldn't mind. Oh, of all my options, I wouldn't mind going to the pub. Next example, let's go ice skating. I love ice skating. I would make the suggestion. It's very direct. Let's go ice skating. I tend to be quite direct in my language. I'd feel quite comfortable saying let's go ice skating. And if the other person said, oh, I can't ice skate, I'm not good at it, I would be like, oh, okay, do something else. I wouldn't be upset if someone refused my suggestion, but some people, they can get embarrassed or something. So those kind of people sometimes use indirect language. They might say, would you mind if we go ice skating? And our last example, if this one's indirect as well, what do you feel like doing? So you're not sure, you haven't got any ideas, so you can say to the other person, what do you feel like doing? And you can go from there. So, yeah, this is how to make suggestions about plans and social things to do. What you can do now is go to the website, find this quiz, and yeah, you can practice all these different structures we looked at. Make sure you've got all those phrases fixed in your head so that next time you want to make a suggestion to a friend or offer to do something together, you've got all the language that you need. Also, I want to say, please subscribe if you like my videos. You can subscribe to my engVid channel and also my personal channel, because I've got two YouTube channels because one's not enough for me. And yeah, I'm finished now. I'm not going to say anything else. So, see you.